And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. Across from me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. Holy shit, do we have a lot to talk about.
We do.
Oh, man, as of last night, we have inexplicable decisions.
We do. We have
inexplicable decisions.
Many inexplicable decisions. Bad decisions all around.
We have inexplicable decisions.
all around.
We got football.
Yes, we got a little hockey.
And just a little bit of hockey maybe, and some guys in Piscataway we might want to talk about.
Okay, this I haven't heard of, so this will be a surprise. Where would you like to begin, Cameron Woolley?
Let's go with what everyone wants to hear about.
Okay.
As of last night, the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay Rays in Game 6 of the World Series, and they're crowned World Series champions, so we'll give a little hand to them.
Light
Little hand
applause.
to them. First championship since 1988. So many guys on that team deserve it. Magic Johnson came in, bought the team. While they were going bankrupt, he turned them around. He turned them into a powerhouse.
Yes.
This team combined small market analytics with big market budget and spending, and it turned into an analytically and fiscally engineered killing machine.
Yes.
And the Dodgers, to simply put, they were the best. All year they had the best record in baseball, and for twice they were cheated out of a championship. And just so much they went through, so much hardship, and they finally, dude, come on, hardship, dude. Imagine getting that close so many times in the playoffs only to fail. Okay, imagine. Imagine the trap. Wait.
Okay.
Imagine
Hardship.
the Trap Devils.
Sure.
Getting so close. Okay. Imagine them losing in '95 to the Red Wings.
Oh God, I don't want to imagine that. But okay, you just forced me to imagine it. So, what a dark world we would have lived in if that happened.
Imagine them losing in 2000.
That's even worse.
To the Stars after losing in Game 6 in double overtime. Say Belfour just gets a little bit of the blocker on it on our night.
Yeah. Thank goodness he didn't. But yes.
Then they win Game 7. And then the same thing happens in Colorado in 2001.
Yes.
That much playoff utility. That's hardship. Okay? There's multiple kinds of hardship. That's one of the kinds of hardship.
Okay, I like hardship. This is like saying Richie Rich put together a baseball team and he keeps losing, and it's like, oh man, poor kid. Like, they got all the money in the world. They had all the money in the world to put together a championship.
Maybe I can resonate with this a little more because I've dealt with a lot of playoff failure.
Sure. And big budgets and.
I've dealt with big budgets and playoff failure, and the fact that every single year it's the same hot nail on Twitter getting driven into my arm. Every single year.
Okay. Well, I
don't
know if I agree with the word hardship, though. After signing Mookie Betts for 12 years, like, that's not a hardship.
Okay, but losing in the playoffs for that many years, it drives you nuts.
Sure.
You've got to think it drives you nuts.
I agree.
Hardship is getting your heart broken so many times and then going back. It's brutal. That's why I think of it as it's brutal.
Yes.
Imagine being Clayton Kershaw.
Sure.
You'd consider that hardship. Okay. Well, I mean, aside from the tens of millions of dollars that he's making,
I'm sure he went home and
from contracts and the millions of dollars more.
He's making a lot of money.
He made from like that Aston Martin commercial or whatever.
He's got a pretty good life, other than the 4 playoff failures before this year. He's got a pretty good life. I think the other thing that kills me is Yankee.
Okay, first of all, congratulations to Clayton Kershaw.
Yes, well,
Clayton Kershaw. What a dude. The Alex Ovechkin of baseball.
Yes.
The Alex Ovechkin of baseball. He was arguably the best
Probably
in
not
the business for so many years.
probably not as much of a jerk as Ovechkin, but okay.
Okay, let's not call Ovechkin a jerk. Okay?
Obnoxious,
Okay,
slightly arrogant.
Okay. Okay, I don't want the Devils don't have a rivalry with the Capitals, right?
I know,
I will
but
not accept
I
this
can.
Alex Ovechkin slander on the show.
All right, will you accept the Sidney Crosby slander? I'm not going to spew any.
I can
but-
tolerate it.
Okay.
I can
No,
tolerate some Sidney
okay.
Crosby
Let's-
slander because of 2010 and
Sure.
Canada being the U.S.
Let's remain positive. I love. I'll go as far as say I love Kershaw. I have a Clayton Kershaw Funko Pop figure in the other room.
You have a Funko Pop figure of everyone. Okay,
Good
that's
point.
not
Good
saying
point.
much.
But Kershaw stood out. You know, they didn't make 100 pence one, so I went with Kershaw, and my hat's off to him. He was a workhorse. He had, I guess, a lot of people call it a resurgent year, although that's all relative for him. Pretty much every year for him is pretty awesome, and
Yeah, dude.
he won 2 World Series games if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, who was named World Series MVP? It's either Turner or Seager. It has to be either Turner or Seager.
Yeah, it was Seager. Yeah, what, that many home runs? Yes, that kind of hit. He hit like 406 with like an ungodly amount of home runs. Yes, yeah.
Yep.
It was,
Okay,
it was
Corey Seager.
Yes,
Okay.
congratulations.
Yeah, Corey
For
Seager,
sure.
another good ball player.
It does kill me a little bit. New York Yankees. As much as I sometimes dislike the fans, you guys are
Okay.
you guys are
you can say you hate the fans. I hate the
no,
fan
yeah,
base as well.
but
I hate the
you guys
fan
are
base.
very passionate. That is undeniable. New York Yankee fans are probably the most passionate fans in sports. Every decision.
Oh yeah,
is,
you've seen me.
yes, every
Scrutinized.
decision is scrutinized. Every play is scrutinized. Every move, front office move, everything is scrutinized because you guys love the team. You guys get there early.
And we expect perfection.
You stay there all 9 innings. You expect perfection. You expect wins. You expect championships. L.A. I don't know if you've been to a Dodger game. People arrive during the 3rd inning. They leave during the 7th. They go to Dodger Stadium to be seen. I don't think a lot of the fans are actually there are passionate baseball fans.
Okay.
And,
you want to get Dr. Salt on the show? I can.
But yes,
Did you want to get Dr. Salt
yes,
on the show?
let's
do
get
you
a.
want to get Dr. Salt on the show? I mean, I can DM him on Discord.
Yes,
I'm like, okay.
I would love that. I would love to hear from a passionate Dodger fan because I don't know very many of them. They're
Okay, are you saying that Dodger fans aren't passionate?
for the most
For the most part?
for the most
What?
part, yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
I think
Oh.
I think like much of Los Angeles, a lot of them are fake. So that's
Oh my
that's
God.
my opinion.
Dude, their team just won a World Series. The
I know,
Lakers
and-
just won a championship, dude. Come
and
on.
I'm gonna
Dude,
say
they love their Lakers and their Dodgers over there.
I'm gonna say they like the Lakers and the Dodgers to look cool, not because they like baseball.
Dude,
I even wonder if
Come
a
on.
lot of them
Come
can
on.
name
Come on, dude.
like 5 players off that 25-man roster. Or yes,
Dude, those guys are pretty easy to name. I can name 5 off the top of my
Well,
head.
we're fans,
Dude,
though. We're real baseball fans.
That's Bellinger, Turner, Seager, Kershaw, Bueller,
sure, yes, May,
but-
Turner,
Taylor, Urias,
Yes.
Gonsolin, Jansen,
Yes.
Baez.
right?
There are so many guys that even I, as someone who's on a complete opposite
The
coast.
dude who stuck his tongue out at the Astros.
Joe Kelly.
Joe
Oh,
Kelly,
how
yeah.
can I forget Joe Kelly? American hero, Joe Kelly.
Yes, the greatest American hero. Yes, for sure. Well, the reputation is, people get there very late and they leave very early, and just the Kirk Gibson home run. People left that game in 1988. People were leaving that game when he hit that home run. They thought it was over.
Yankee fans leave losing playoff games. I've seen 16-1. Remember 16-1?
Sure.
16-1, 2018.
Right.
They were vanished by the 4th. Well, it was because it was over by the 4th.
Yeah.
And people
So,
wanted to beat the traffic out, but
Perhaps this
I mean-
championship will turn them into real fans. Maybe they'll watch more games. They'll learn more about the roster. They'll become more baseball fans.
Oh my God.
I'm going to stand behind this.
God.
I'm going to stand behind this. And, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. And so with that being said, Cameron Woolley, I got to ask, say you're a Dodger fan, you know, you've hoisted the trophy. Your team has hoisted the trophy. They probably shot a "I'm going to Disneyland" commercial. Do you consider this championship a real championship?
Yes.
60
Yes,
games.
absolutely. Every other team played 60 games. There was a level playing field.
Right.
Dude, if the Yankees won, I'd be blasting Sinatra right now.
I agree with that.
If the Yankees won, I'd be blasting Sinatra on my
Sure.
World Series T-shirt. And just my that starts spreading the news. I mean,
Dude, yeah, you're doing kicks.
like having
You're-
a champagne bottle go.
Yeah. Non-alcoholic champagne.
Yes,
not of, legal
non-alcoholic
drinking age.
champagne.
All right, so you, everything said, now you consider this a real bona fide championship,
Absolutely.
even though it was 60 games. It was almost only a third of the season. All right, I just wondering your opinion. If you were a Dodger fan, would you feel fulfilled? Would you be like, oh man, my team, World Series champions, they earned it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If the Yankees won, I consider the demons exercised. For the most part, if the Yankees won, I consider the demons exercised.
Were they saying that there was a 1988 like curse? Were they throwing the curse word around? Because I feel that word gets thrown around way too much. There was, like the curse of the Billy Goat, the curse of the Bambino. What 1988? What was that? 30? What's my math here? 32 years?
Yes, 32 years.
It's not that long. It's not as long as 100. It's not as long as like a 100-year curse. I feel that word gets thrown around too willy nilly. I don't know how you feel about that.
I consider it. I consider it a curse once it gets to like 40, 50 years.
Okay.
But there was nothing notable that happened in the late 80s and
Yeah, I
early
don't think
90s
so.
that caused them to.
I'm looking up to see if what. So I just googled Dodger curse. Dodger curse of '88. Can the Dodger curse be broken? The Dodgers are cursed. I don't agree with the word curse. Yeah, there was no like one event though. I don't that I would say cursed them. So I feel that.
Okay.
I feel that word gets thrown
weren't-
around.
They weren't cursed.
I feel that word.
They
gets
were
thrown
not
around too
cursed.
easily. All right.
I don't consider them cursed anymore.
Yeah. Now I haven't seen this anywhere, but when
They just choked a lot,
sure,
and
they got cheated.
Yeah, they got cheated, and
Absolutely.
And Kershaw had some implosions, but he showed up in this World Series. He showed
did.
up in this playoffs. He showed up big.
He
in these
did.
playoffs.
He did.
He dealt.
He did.
He holds the all-time postseason strikeout record.
Yes, he
now.
does. And hats off to him. Now, when they list this season, that they put the whole listing of all the World Series champions.
You're gonna ask the asterisk
Yes.
question. No.
Yes. Are they going
there
to do it?
won't
Should
be.
they do it?
No, don't put an asterisk next to it.
I mean, you
Don't-
kind of have
don't
to,
do
though,
it.
right? 100 years from now, when our great
mean-
grandkids are looking through the stats, they're like, "Whoa, why is everyone's stats so low here?" Like
And that's
then you gotta have the asterisk like, "Oh yeah, that was the virus year."
That was the virus year. Dude, it's not gonna be.
All right, I no hate on the Dodgers, although it sounds
what
like
about
I'm just
like the?
I'm
Does
just-
anyone put an asterisk on the 87?
Like the strike
Washington
season?
football. Yeah, like strike seasons. Anyone put an asterisk next to those
good question. Let's
strike seasons? Yeah, in
see
strike
if we can get a
years.
list here. Let's see what we're going to Wikipedia here, where we can get a list of all the World Series champions. And
I'm not seeing any asterisks.
yeah, you're right. Well, 94, no World Series due to a player strike. Yeah, you're right. So Wikipedia doesn't have anything. Even this year, it is listed. So, all right. I was just wondering, if you needed to note that the events, the very strange events of this year, for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Good series though. I was hoping.
Great series.
I was
great
hoping
series.
it would go 7. There's a very big reason why
Well,
we're
Bueller
kind of-
versus Morton.
that would have been a great matchup. It would have been
my
a great
God.
matchup. Game 6 turned out to be a great matchup, and
Oh,
Perhaps
for the
it-
love of God.
perhaps it ended a little
No.
prematurely. Blake Snell, he was dealing, man.
A little.
He was dealing. He
Okay,
could not have pitched
okay.
better if if this was scripted, and
Okay, I'm about to rant
yes,
on behalf of Rays fans.
okay, you as you
Because
should.
even though as a Yankee fan, I'm petty, or I'm not as petty as some other people. Nick Rosado. Anyways, but just Blake Snell was at 76 pitches in the 6th inning. He struck out 9 batters
Yes.
through 5. Nobody has done that in a World Series game since, wait for it, Sandy Koufax.
Sandy freaking Koufax, everybody. The Hall of Famer.
Reincarnation of Moses. Sandy Koufax. And Kevin Cash and his little computers in Tampa.
His Bill James sabermetric machine.
And
I
that
guess
little
said
machine said that it was a good idea to pull Snell. And now, granted, I'm not trying to take a jab at analytics. The Dodgers are possibly even more analytically inclined than the Rays.
Sure.
But the thing is, where's the logic? This was a Boonian decision. Boonian. This is the kind of decision I expect Boone to make. And even then, do you even... Okay, if Garrett Cole is dealing in, if Garrett Cole's dealing in the 6th, let's up a little single. Wasn't even hard hit. Didn't even get hit hard down the line.
No, it wasn't. It
wasn't cut off by a Rosarena or anything.
Right.
It was just a little bloop, little slide single.
Yeah, it happens.
Just so you know, that kind of stuff like this happens. But why? Why?
I agree with you.
Do you even... The Boone doesn't even do that.
It makes absolute zero sense.
Kevin Cash... Okay, I just like to say first of all, where the hell was this idiot 2 weeks ago?
Where
the hell was this idiot? Dude, this guy was Tony La Russa.
I know what happened.
This guy was Tony La Russa in San Diego against the Yankees.
Right.
Managing everything perfectly, going to the perfect pitcher, trade the perfect hitters, defensive replacements perfectly. The guy was a goddamn computer.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, in the World Series, the guy gets outmanaged by Dave Roberts.
Yes.
Dave Roberts! How the hell do you be that stupid?
Absolutely, I think... Everybody watching that game was like, what the hell, dude? What are you doing?
What the hell? I wasn't watching. I was looking on Twitter, and I'm like, what? That was my first... what? And that's not even... Okay, that's the tip of the iceberg on that decision. And that's the meat and potatoes of it. You don't take out an ace-level pitcher.
Absolutely made zero sense.
Who's having a historic start in a World Series.
5.1 innings, 73 pitches, 48 for strikes.
But he was replaced by Nick Anderson.
Yes.
A guy who has gotten shellacked in these playoffs. Absolutely shelled.
That also made no sense. This is a winner all cost
Nick
game.
Nick Anderson in the regular season against the Yankees, he's Mariano Rivera. Absolutely, you pitch him there. But in these playoffs, you got to go with the hot hand.
Right.
Why do you think the Yankees never went to Adam Ottavino in that series? Why do you think the Yankees never went to Ottavino?
Because it was not going to work out. They saw it. You don't need a crystal ball.
You go with the hot hand.
Sure.
Nick Anderson was obviously not the hot hand. He gave up an earned run in every single one of his appearances. Every single one of his appearances, he gave up an earned run. Right. And that's the guy you go to replace your pitcher who is dealing at that point.
Right.
That's the guy you go to with this season on the line, with damn near the entire country relying on you to beat the Dodgers, because I will recognize that. The Rays were absolutely America's team in this postseason. I have no problem admitting that.
Sure.
Everyone loved them. Which makes it even more kerfuffling when just such a stupid decision was made at such a crucial time with Snell just having the best start of his life.
Absolutely boneheaded. And you weren't the only.
Okay.
You weren't the only
okay,
one.
Well, okay, let me ask you this question from other experiences with bad managerial
ask away.
decisions in elimination games. Do you think this is a worse decision than Buck Showalter bringing in Ubaldo Jimenez over Zach Britton?
Yes, I do. The stakes were not the same. First of all, the stakes were far greater in this game. Like, where you protecting a 1-run lead in an elimination game in the World freaking Series. While I cannot explain Buck Showalter putting Ubaldo Jimenez in that game against Toronto, I saw no earthly reason why that would have worked out, and of course it didn't. That the stakes were not as great in that game as both boneheaded decisions, which which we know in hindsight, but.
Even at the time,
but you know what? Even Zach Britton was not as much of a guarantee as Blake Snell was last night.
Okay, 2016 Zach Britton. It was.
He was
the 2016 Zach Britton was having a Rivera caliber year. He was up for the Cy Young.
He was the best, absolutely. However, at least Buck, I can understand that he wanted to save Zach Britton for later innings. To have that much faith in Jimenez, though, that was of course, as we know, a very bad decision, and we found that out on pretty much one pitch. But, also, I don't know if you saw this. I have it up on the screen here. This is Blake Snell. You can read those lips, right? That's Blake Snell's reaction to being pulled. For those of you who can't read lips, the first word appears to start with an F.
Yes, and end with a K.
And the second word is the word up, I believe. Actually, no, I think that word ended with a D. I think it was a past tense version of the word that starts with an F. The past tense. Yeah. That's... And so my argument is he was fired up, man. Not only was he doing great, not only did he want to stay in.
But he had the adrenaline. Because when you're at that, dude, you're cracked out.
Sure.
When you're at a moment like that, you're basically on crack.
Right.
You're like,
at the very least,
kind of like that.
Maybe he did, but I'm like, hey man, how you feeling? Awesome. Keep
dude,
me in.
All he
keep
did.
Me in. I feel awesome.
Cash didn't even try to talk to him. A normal manager goes down the mountain. He's like, hey,
how
man.
you doing? Hey,
he's like, hey man, you okay?
Yeah, how much you got left, man? You're like,
hey man, you got enough? Dude, what you should have done was pulled a Mike Messina, and then just told him to shove it and stay in the dugout.
Yeah. I would not have disagreed with that.
He should have just told. He should just probably like do that like nah. I'm staying in this game. You.
Yeah, stay.
You hit the road.
Yeah.
Hit the road. No, sit down. I'm staying in this game.
Grab some pine.
I'm throwing every piece of junk I can at him, Skipper. Come on. I'm staying in this game.
Yeah. Well, didn't work out that way.
Blake Snell, it was kind of like sorry, this is non-negotiable. And it makes you think, was this an organizational decision? Because we know how deeply rooted in analytics that the Rays are.
Sure.
We know how deeply ingrained in the numbers and the situational statistics and the matchups and all that. Maybe they were thinking third time through the order.
Well, that's exactly what he was thinking.
That makes no sense.
He shut down the whole order twice. There was nothing to say that he wasn't going to do it again. He had everybody's number last night.
And in a lineup. And if we're talking about lefty matchups, you'd rather have a dealing lefty go in against Cody Bellinger and Corey Seager.
Absolutely.
Than have Nick Anderson, a righty, come up against those guys.
Yeah.
Because Seager ended up hitting the go-ahead RBI.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, I guess I'll bring this up. As we saw in the game before, sometimes the players actually make their own decisions. and sometimes they don't work out as it did in Game 5, where who tried what's his face tried to steal home plate.
Memo Margot.
Yes, yeah, which
What,
From
he
what
was
I-
close. He was close.
from what I
he was
heard,
close.
took off on his own. In that situation, had it worked
Totally
out,
blew through the stop sign.
had it worked out,
It almost did. It almost
had it
did.
worked out, he would have been a hero possibly. It didn't work out, and he's not the GOAT per se, but did kind of kill a rally in that inning. And yeah, so very odd decision, and yeah, Kevin Cash. I place the blame on him for last night for sure.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
1000%.
When you get outmanaged by Dave Roberts.
Yeah.
You get outmanaged by Dave Roberts.
Yeah.
Also.
I wonder if anyone tried to stop him. Like, if you're the bench coach, it's like, what are you doing?
Dude, what the,
What do
I bet everyone in the dugout's like, dude.
Right. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I just
I
listen.
bet everyone in the infield was like, what the hell are you
Yeah,
doing?
Yeah. I just listen. I've never managed a team, not even at the little
I
league.
can manage a
level.
team better than this.
Actually, no, I have managed a team on PlayStation. I've managed many
like
teams.
on MLB The Show, yeah.
Sure. Or
I can manage a team better.
Baseball Stars on the NES. Yeah, I've managed plenty of those teams. Bases Loaded, all those, and I feel, with that kind of experience, video games, I would have made a better decision. But
Yes. Absolutely. Oh
I
my God, yes.
I probably would have at least let him finish the 6th, possibly the 7th if he felt great. But
Oh, you absolutely let him go out there for the 7th.
yeah.
And then you maybe put him on a shorter leash for the 7th.
Sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lets him another hit. Okay, that everyone can understand that, but yeah. Well, we'll never know what happened, and
All in the
And
annals,
we don't have to-
all in the annals of what ifs.
we don't have to live with this
One of
this
the-
decision. But
one
Kevin
of the-
Cash does as a major league blunder, ladies and gentlemen. And,
Okay. Another fire off question.
Okay.
This worse than Grady Little keeping Pedro in the game in 03?
Oh.
Like at a game level, regardless of stakes, at a base game level, is this a worse decision than keeping Pedro?
I mean, you would agree Pedro Martinez, best pitcher in all of baseball in 03. Oh, man. I mean, and well, at least there were no "Who's Your Daddy" chants in this one, but yes, I'm gonna say yes. I will say yes. It's close. It's close, for sure. It's close. But I will say yes. But maybe I'm just kind of heated up because this happened yesterday.
Yeah. No, this happened literally less than 24 hours ago. So,
Yeah.
So I'll give you the. Also, from a Yankee perspective, we have no right to talk shit. We have absolutely no right to talk shit. We were knocked out by these guys in the ALDS. They've asserted their dominance over us.
Sure.
And I just want to say, let's hope to God, from Yankee fans, let's just pray and hope to God that Randy Arozarena is just another Steve Pierce. Please just let him be another Steve Pierce.
Good luck with.
I swear to God, if I swear.
I think he went to the grocery store. He saw a box of Mingies, started eating it.
Oh, he ate his Mingies.
He
ate his Mingies, all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, can I pose another very wildly hypothetical question to you?
Yes.
Let's say the Yankees do beat the Rays. They're up against the Dodgers. How do you think that series would have fared?
God, it would have been close, but I think the Dodgers were just so due. I feel like, well, bottom line is the Yankees didn't have the pitching depth that the Dodgers have.
True.
They didn't have the pitching depth, and, like, again, this is just another what-if situation. They also didn't have Hyunjin Ryu, who the Yankees bombed when he pitched against them in 2019.
Yeah.
And I gotta say it, the Dodgers probably win that. They probably win that.
Just thought I'd get your opinion on that, just as a wildly hypothetical question. And you know what? That could be the matchup next year.
We say that every year.
Sure.
Okay, it's Groundhog Day. I remember seeing all the Yankee fans on Twitter going like, man, we run it back. This is our year. And I'm like, okay, Groundhog Day.
Sure.
Like, yeah, Groundhog Day. Every single goddamn year, it's Groundhog Day.
Right. Well, we will see. I'm just checking out the Dodgers free agent list.
Justin Turner's 36. Wow.
Yeah, he's an old man. He's playing at a very high level though, so for sure. Yeah, who knows what happens next year.
Yeah, dude.
But speaking of Justin Turner,
oh, dude, can we just give the guy a goddamn break?
Well, that's what
dude.
This is what I wanted to ask you.
I don't want to dedicate so much time to something that isn't even. Okay, I just like to give my 2 cents on it because everybody's kind of.
We gotta mention this.
Everybody's kind of doing it. Okay,
this.
he tests positive for COVID-19. He celebrates with the team.
Right, gets pulled in the 8th inning.
Okay, yes. At base level, it's a ridiculous decision. It's horrible. It can compromise the health of him, his team, and their families. But you got to remember, this is a lifetime dream being realized.
Sure.
And I don't want to get into logistics of how the virus, how harmful it is to guys his age.
Right.
Like, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to light that powder keg on fire.
Right.
I don't want to start that. But dude, just give the guy a damn break. He just won the World Series. He started his career as a Met.
Sure. Okay.
He started his career as a Met.
Okay, that I'll give you. That I'll give you in the
much.
annals of suffering. Yes, I'll give you that. However, it's not like we weren't being savior. He tested positive.
Yes,
he has the virus.
Yes, he has the virus.
It is very easily spread.
Dude, they don't. Do you think they care? Do you think they care? I hate that that's the story instead of
but
dude, you should dude, you gotta be out there celebrate with your team.
Okay,
I don't care.
Didn't want to deny him that, but like they should have put him in a hazmat suit or something.
Don't put him in. Dude, do you think he was in a mask?
He was in a mask. He took it off for the photo.
Yeah, he took it off for the photo. He took it off for the photo.
He was hugging people. He was in contact with people. This is not a good idea.
Yeah, granted, it's not a good idea, but the adrenaline.
There he is. He's
with all the adrenaline.
I agree with that, but we're
also thank God there wasn't a Game 7.
Well, yeah,
thank God there wasn't a Game 7.
Yes,
oh my
because
God.
Protocol said that they would have had to postpone it until everyone tested negative. He exposed his teammates and the coaching staff, and possibly the Rays, and I don't know what would have happened. They played the game in December.
Okay, let's just.
It would have been a nightmare.
Let's just.
It would have been a nightmare to deal with this, both on a PR standpoint, on a sporting standpoint, on a fairness standpoint. They may have had to play Game 7 like 2 weeks from now, if the Rays won.
Okay.
So count your lucky stars.
Let's just thank God.
Absolutely.
Let's just thank God that this is the controversy surrounding the series.
Sure.
Like a thing which shouldn't even be that big of a story.
But this virus is the story, though. I mean, you can't get around it. You can't get around it.
He just won the World Series.
I'm fine with him celebrating.
He won the World Series. He's having his childhood dream.
I'm fine with that.
He's having his childhood dream realized.
Get him a Dodger blue hazmat suit to make the one from Outbreak, or the Among Us. Give him the Among Us uniform.
Okay.
But blue. He could be the blue guy.
Okay. You win the World Series. Okay,
Sure.
What if you're in his shoes?
If
You're gonna be out there if they give you the okay to party with your teammates and
They
have
didn't-
fun.
They tried to stop him. They couldn't stop him. Team officials, league officials tried to stop him.
Thing is, but this is his childhood dream.
I
This is his
would
childhood
agree
dream.
with that. I'm like, okay, I'll
This
do
is
it,
his
but I'm
childhood
gonna
dream.
put 0 people at risk. So I get in a hazmat suit, or I
Dude,
get in a
the
hazmat
entire
suit.
team is probably exposed anyway beforehand.
We don't know that though.
Dude, they tested positive. The
Well,
incubation period. You never know.
You don't want to put anybody else at risk. And
Dude, he's probably put a bunch of his teammates at risk already.
And I realize I know your argument, Charlie. I would have felt the same way. I got to be out there. This is my dream. However,
There is no however.
well, however,
Yes, at base level. At base level, from a completely logical standpoint, when you strip away all the sentiment, yes, it's a horrible idea.
it's pretty bad. But
Okay, pretty bad.
that being said,
yes.
too late. He did it. So
Yeah, he did, dude.
Hopefully,
Like, and
hopefully, like he did infect 25 other people, and that nobody succumbs to this. And
you think that they care? You think
well, they
care?
will not if it happens. Yeah.
Like, yeah, if it happens, yeah, you don't know.
And now that Kenley Jansen actually got sick before the season, and he says he's still kind of suffering from the effects, although he was able to recover and pitch pretty well, fairly well.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I wanted your opinion on that.
Let's not go.
I would have thrown him in.
Let's not go getting.
I would have thrown him in
getting
a suit.
ourselves
I was
in a.
like- Anyways, yes.
Let's not go getting ourselves in a bunch
Yeah.
of that. Just again, childhood dream being finally coming true,
Right.
and you're not gonna let anything stop you.
Sure.
Yeah, you're not gonna let anything stop you. Logic won't stop you. Nothing will stop you. Is that Kansas City Scouts T-shirt?
I am wearing a Kansas City Scouts
Wow.
T-shirt today. Yes. Give it
Dude,
heads
that
off.
that is
One of the, if for anybody who's not a hockey fan or doesn't know, one of the precursors to the New Jersey Devils.
the precursor before the Colorado Rockies.
For the Colorado Rockies, which eventually in the glorious year of 1982 became the New Jersey Devils. Thank
And
you.
then
Thank you,
we're
ladies and gentlemen.
in relocation rumors before
Oh.
1987 when they somehow made a run to the conference final
Yes.
and lost in 7 to the Bruins.
Yeah, well, small steps, ladies and gentlemen. Small
And
steps.
they became a dynasty later.
Yes. Real quick, can we talk about the ending of Game 4?
Oh my God! Wow!
It's just a comedy of errors, and if they're, maybe that's where the word curse possibly came
Yeah,
up.
that's where the curse came up. We're like, oh my God. Oh, dude. I don't want to put too much time on this because I want to talk about our
Yeah,
sports.
for
And
sure.
the Dodgers
But-
already won.
But we gotta bring it up. It was a pretty insane ending for sure. There's no doubt about that, and
This is the most Rays. This is the most 2020. This is the 2020 Rays in the nutshell.
This is 2020 embodied in a baseball play, in my opinion. In my opinion, so yeah, Brett Phillips hits a.
Brett Phillips, who hasn't had didn't have a
Yeah,
single hit.
Since like what, August 25th or something,
He did what Mike Ford was supposed to do.
and hit. All right, fair enough. If
I will say I gotta give my hat off to Joe Buck for this call.
oh yeah, for sure. I'm trying to find a video here. Let's go with the courtesy of ESPN on Twitter. We'll turn the sound up a little bit here.
Of course, it's Kenley Jansen.
Yeah. All right. One error. Arena falls down between third and home. Ball gets away. One of the wildest endings I've ever seen.
Dude, that was amazing. And of course, you have the guy in the James Harden profile picture going, "Not a real sport,"
Yeah, of course.
and he somehow didn't get ratioed to death.
At that point, I thought, geez, man, might be the Rays year.
Yeah, I was thinking the Rays were winning the series after that,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
see Clayton Kershaw's face, just like,
drop.
"Oh God!"
I was like,
not
what can
again.
I? Yeah, I was like, what
Oh,
can I
God,
do?
not again.
Yeah, it was pretty insane play. That's in sharp contrast to the heads up Derek Jeter play.
in 2001 or
in 2001, which
off Jason Giambi.
after Jason Giambi. That was a heads-up play. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, all right, yeah, maybe the Dodgers are really cursed. Maybe this is
Yeah.
a real thing. So, anyways, all right. So, congratulations, LA Dodgers. I
Congrats.
don't mean to lump on any hate. I just, providing some opposing viewpoints. That's all. I know several true blue,
Dodger
bleed
fans.
blue Dodger fans, and my hat's
Yes.
off to them. So,
Yes.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, and hopefully the Yankees can come back.
Oh, please, God, please do it. Please do it.
Number one on the agenda, sign DJ LeMahieu. Go from there.
Yes. Yes.
from
If
there.
you do nothing else, sign DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah. Well, I believe they will because they've got stiff competition from the team on that Long Island next to them. Will be making many moves this year. With a $14 billion bankroll behind them in the name of Steve Cohen. So, yeah. Do you want to talk about the Giants in the Thursday night game? I mean, we kind of have to, right? I felt bad, dude. I was watching at an outdoor bar. Many Giants fans. It was right down the street, and that should be Karen Woolley's head, but this is and next week it might be, and I always want to ask that weird kind of unintentional win against Washington. How bad is that going to hurt them? Because that other New York team is going to win the tank ball for sure. Karen Woolley is dead, everybody.
Yes, I'm dead.
He is dead. Well, I mean, do you want to... I mean... Yeah.
But I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Can we not talk about it? Can we not talk about the
this,
Daniel
though.
Jones run? Daniel Jones,
look
come
at that
on,
daylight.
he going to
Look at that
midfield,
daylight.
to
There's no
the
one
40, and he could go. Oh, he's gone. Oh, no, he tripped.
Oh.
That is the Giants in a nutshell.
That's 2020 in a nutshell. That is...
Okay, 2020 is him getting bodied at the line of scrimmage and fumbling.
Right.
Oh my God, dude.
I can't even. I don't.
Dude, and
you're watching this obviously. What is your reaction? Are you screaming? Are you speechless? Did you collapse to the floor? Did you throw yourself out a window? What is your reaction when you see this?
I threw myself into a pillow on the couch. That's what I did. I didn't have the balls to throw myself through a window because then I would have broken something.
Sure,
and I
not
would have
worth
been in
injury.
the hospital.
Not worth injury. But this is this like I
Dude, okay, that wasn't even the thing that pissed me off the most about that game.
What? Wow. Okay,
What
we all
pissed me off the most was that the typical Giants blowing a lead to the Eagles in the fourth quarter.
Yes, which was crazy because the Eagles were doing nothing the whole game. Like, why?
Dude, this is every single game against the Eagles. Every single game against the Eagles. The Eagles do nothing. They're getting dominated the entire game. And then Devontae Downs, a guy who should be nowhere near an NFL roster,
Yes.
commits a penalty when Leonard Williams got a sack on Carson Wentz to make it 3rd and 15. I'm thinking, oh my God, and now I'm like, okay, there's gonna be a catch to this. Every time throughout the game, I'm like, oh, okay, there's gonna be a catch to this.
Right.
And lo and behold, Devontae Downs decides to commit a really bad penalty.
Horrible penalty.
And give the Eagles another chance, and then Carson Wentz decides to be Carson Wentz, turn into God, and Boston Scott scores the winning touchdown.
I was heartbreaking. I saw that. clear touchdown. Can't remember. Not much. Can't remember how much time was left. It was not a lot. And
There's like 40 seconds left.
yeah, yeah. And well, I mean that wasn't even the kicker. The Jones to Ingram. But I again. I don't know what to say. That this is a guy whose only job is to catch that perfectly placed,
Perfectly
perfectly
thrown
placed-
ball.
yes.
Good placed ball. Might have been a little bit out of his reach. But he was a first round draft pick.
Yes,
You catch that ball. You
agreed.
catch that ball. If I was in that situation,
You would have
I'd
caught it.
catch
I would
that.
have caught it. I'm not. I would have done it for free, not for.
Ingram,
Yeah.
you gotta catch that shit.
Would have sealed it.
Yes.
Would have
That would have
sealed
sealed it. There were 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
The Eagles would have had to burn their timeouts.
Yes, would have sealed
And
it.
Graham Gano, who's been automatic this year, would have kicked the field goal, put the Giants in front by a couple scores, 2
Yep.
minutes left.
Yeah.
And knowing them, they probably still would have lost.
They may have found a way. They found a way to lose this one, which I
Did they
don't.
find a way to lose so many games against the Eagles?
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
nothing has topped Joe Pisarcik fumbling the kneel down. Nothing has topped that.
Right. Good point. When the Eagles failed to make that 2-point conversion, how were you feeling any confidence at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Fair enough.
This is the Eagles at the link. The Giants haven't won a game there since I was 9.
Wasn't that long ago, but it was quite a while
7 years.
ago.
7 years not winning a game.
That's all right.
7 years not winning a game against a
take-
team.
I take it back.
Yeah.
That was quite a while ago.
Against a division rival? Yeah.
That was
That's
quite a while
quite
ago.
a long time.
Right. Well, I got to ask you this then: which defeat was more soul crushing? With no bias aside, this one or Atlanta? Atlanta losing this week because they all they had to do was kneel down the football and they score a touchdown. And,
Todd Gurley pulled an Ahmad Bradshaw. That's what he did, but it didn't pan out in the end like it did for the Giants in that game.
yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Both soul crushing defeats. Of course, this one hurts more because you're a Giants fan.
But I can't. I don't know. Well, the Falcons fans have gotten completely destroyed.
They have no soul
at this
left.
point, they have
man.
no soul left. I haven't seen a single Falcons fan on Twitter.
No, they're all in hiding.
They're
I think.
dormant.
Yeah, I would go into
They're
hiding
dormant.
for sure.
Yes, I'd go into hiding. They're in exile.
Right.
They're in exile somewhere on Tatooine.
Yeah.
They're on Tatooine.
They're
hanging
old
out.
man Hermit.
Yeah, and hanging out with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, for sure. And
Or if you want to talk in
drink-
or if you want to talk sacrilegious terms, he's on that island with Luke Skywalker.
oh yeah, well they're both drinking blue milk with Aunt Beru. So. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I feel for you, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to make you feel better. And coming up this week, everyone gets to see them lose on Monday night.
To the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers and, Tom
I
Brady.
don't want to put too much energy in the football. I don't want to put too much energy in the NFL football. at
Right.
least. Not NFL.
I know, and if you are following Cam Woolley's show on Twitter, I think you mentioned that you're not going to watch anymore. Of course, I know you will, and you'll be
Yeah.
following along,
Yes.
if only for the sake of the show, but because you're a fan. How are you going to get through these next 9 weeks,
Like
10
I always
weeks?
have by being delusional the day of the game and thinking, hey, we got a chance.
Oh, by the way, if they won this game,
They would have been tied for first. They would have been tied for first in the
Yeah.
division.
Yeah, and yes, that's
Why? What did he do? What did I do? No.
Why must I suffer like this?
Okay. Okay, the moment the Giants jumped the shark was when they stopped using gray pants on their home uniforms. 2012 was when they started using white pants on the home uniforms.
That's a good point.
Although if we want to go,
want
to go to logistical, like with actual team moves, as much as I hate to say it, it was firing Kevin Gilbride.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, if the Cameron Woolley show was a thing in 2013, the number one target would have been Kevin Gilbride.
Right. Well, this division, man. This division is still
so bad,
grabs,
and the Eagles are going to win it because every single time the Eagles always turn around their season with the home win, a miracle home win against the Giants. And that sparks the underdog story of the Eagles that you just can't dislike. Every single year they do it. Every single year.
Right. And
every team has their get well game against the Giants.
And let's look at their rivals here. Washington, Dallas on their third string quarterback, and the Giants, which is basically a high school football team right now.
Okay, you know who would beat the Giants? You know who would beat the Giants? Rutgers. Rutgers would beat the Giants.
Yes, they would. Rutgers.
Also, I'd like to give my 2 cents on some college football.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Of course, starting with Rutgers. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I tweeted about the Rutgers football game that took place on Saturday.
Yeah.
On Saturday against Michigan State.
The mighty Michigan State, ladies and gentlemen. And
Michigan State hasn't really been good the last couple years, but nonetheless, still Michigan State has won 21 straight home openers before this one, where Rutgers, under the renewed leadership of Greg Schiano, who I've always liked. Greg Schiano, good coach. That was the first thing I said after Rutgers won the game was, Greg Schiano is a good coach.
I beat them handily, and I'm gonna guess Rutgers recruiting, budgets, facilities probably not as good as Michigan State up in Lansing, Michigan. East Lansing, Michigan. And,
you've got to love this. You've got to be taking pleasure in this.
I do.
You got to love this.
I do, with a grain of salt. I mean, the Wolverines have not been so great. Have not lived up to their potential in the last 10 years. So I can't say too much, but yes, this is a thrilling victory for sure. For sure. So hats off to the Scarlet Knights.
And they have a matchup against 17th ranked University of Indiana on Saturday.
I think they can take it.
Well, it would be Rutgers' biggest win since 2007.
Right. For sure.
And it was a fun fact. This is actually Rutgers' first win in the Big Ten since 2017. I am not capping when I say that.
No.
That is a true statistic.
That's I say anytime they take that.
And I gotta say, Rutgers is placed in a very, very valuable area in high school athletics, or football, to be more specific. Football.
I'll be watching this game on Halloween. I think they can take Indiana. I think they can take the Hoosiers for sure. I'll be watching. Can I switch back to NFL a little bit?
I'd like to talk about just real quick.
Oh yeah, go for it.
With Rutgers, they're in a spot that's very valuable with high school football.
Yes.
New Jersey is a very, very densely. Not only is it the most densely populated state in the country, it also produces a lot of football talent.
Yes.
And if they can connect, if they string together a couple good seasons, hey,
never know.
Yeah.
Good point.
Cat just saying. Yeah.
Good point.
I trust Greg Schiano. I think he's a good coach. Good coach. He is a good football guy. good football guy, Greg Schiano.
We'll be watching. I mean, they do yeah, they got India. Yeah, but they got a tough. This is a tough schedule, though, man. Indiana, they got Ohio State coming up.
Ohio
They got
State.
Michigan.
Ohio State's Rutgers. Ohio State is a game you just gotta watch,
They
just
got-
so you can see them get their asses kicked.
Penn State. Yeah, this is,
They got your Michigan.
the Wolverines on the 21st for sure. I'll be.
How are they ranked 13th?
I don't know, man. I'm not. I don't make the standings. I don't. Hopefully, hopefully that number goes down this year, and they're able to pull, especially this year. Everything's up for grabs this year. I did want to ask your opinion on Odell Beckham. When you heard that news,
I don't have any ill
Okay.
will towards the guy.
Okay.
Come on, you want me to say, "Yay, he got hurt"?
no,
no, I
not
can't.
no,
say
not
that.
not necessarily.
Come on,
but,
I can't say that.
I did have to bring it up.
Like
though.
I don't even want to say he's injury prone. Just like I feel bad.
So you're not saying he's injury prone.
Not. No, he's
Okay,
not
fair
in
enough.
front, dude. Just like. Just you don't need to.
All right, fair enough. Going back to college, Trevor Lawrence, who was going to declare himself eligible for the draft. I mean, I don't think we have to spell it out that he's like that he knows he's going
He's a jet. Yeah.
right, or he can choose to not enter the draft this year, and it sounds like he might be recanting on his intention.
It's like.
It's like,
Do
whoa.
I want to play for the Jets? Do I want to play for the Giants? Do I want to play for either of these teams?
Or do I want to just be the man at Clemson for another year and see what happens?
Do I want to stay in a really nice school where I've got all my amenities paid for? I'm swimming in women.
Right.
And do I just
I don't have to
want-
wait in line for anything, and I can do whatever I want.
I get to
within
play
reason.
against I get to play against paper soft defenses
Right.
in the ACC.
Yeah.
This is really tough.
Yeah.
Because you know he's getting invited to all the big frat parties.
Oh, sure. He is the party. Sure.
Dude, look at him.
Yeah.
Just have one look at him. And you can tell
He's the man for sure. And then you know, the alternatives to come here 2021 and and be the savior of the Jets.
Dude, this poor bastard.
But in the NFL, with you know, he'll get some coin,
yeah.
possibly set himself up for life. And yeah, hey man, maybe he turns them around. Although I think they need a lot more than
Oh, they need so much.
they need a lot more
They
than
need
that.
so much.
Yes.
So much.
But you kind of you got to chuckle a little bit. We're like, whoa, hold on. I hold on. I can change my mind, right? Right? This isn't fine. Okay, good. All right. Well, then I think I'm gonna stay. Okay, you gotta laugh at that.
Oh, dude.
That's
You know he's
hilarious.
thinking about it. You
Sure.
know he's thinking. You know he's thinking.
That's how bad things have gotten.
That's all I'm
though.
saying, yeah.
This is how bad things have gotten. It's pretty comical.
Yeah,
That's all
just,
I'm saying.
you know, it's a question.
That's all I'm saying.
Definitely a question.
Yeah. Do you have any other NFL news or break? Have I broken your heart enough this week?
I want to see if there's just anything else on
And I don't mean to depress you, but this is just stuff that already happened. I'm just kind of recapping it. And am I making fun of you a little bit? Not really. A little bit. I mean, listen, just Daniel Jones falling down, man. I can't. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. And I don't even know what happened. Surge or adrenaline. Just, you know, sometimes you're running and your feet, you're going a little too hard, your feet go out from under you. It happens to all of us. Now, not during a Thursday night NFL football game, per se, but yeah. well, at least he didn't fumble, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At least he didn't fumble. Yeah. I don't know if you see anything else on the on the news wire there, but yeah. All right. Well, enough of the bad news. You
God.
you let me know where you want to go next.
The Devils haven't done anything. The Devils haven't done anything cool. They haven't done anything cool in the last week. Granted, their prospects are playing well in their respective leagues.
Yes, that's a good thing. And I did text you after that horrendous football game. You're like, well, we got Kulikov. He might win the Norris Trophy this year.
Yeah, Dmitry Kulikov. He's a name, third pairing defenseman. His analytics are horrible. But I mean, a third pairing guy.
Veteran,
just kind of a guy that you want to throw on there.
veteran defensive presence is the word I keep seeing come up. So.
He's he's not.
Veteran defensive presence.
He's not bad. He's certainly not bad.
No, I mean game changer, probably not, but
Hopefully, he can turn into what Ben Lovejoy was supposed to be.
that will remain to be seen for sure. So
To Ben Lovejoy, talk about a train wreck of a signing.
yeah, yeah. Well, the hot stove is being turned on. It's heating up, and we'll see what happens. I haven't.
All
even,
right, now time for the daily heart attack. Whenever I go on Twitter and see DJ LeMahieu information, let's go.
Either factual or rumored, but yes, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I haven't even seen if there are going to be any winter meetings yet or not.
They mean maybe over Zoom or something like that. Maybe.
This says here 2020 baseball winter meetings will take place December 6th to the 10th in Dallas, Texas, at the Omni Hotel Texas, and we know Texas is pretty loose on all of this, so it looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah, Texas is just kind of. Texas doesn't really care that.
I mean, traditionally, execs, both major and minor league, would go down. Some of the players would go down and plead their cases, or just be a presence. So, yeah. There's a report here from August that's saying they may cancel it. But I actually don't see them canceling it. So,
Oh, no.
I think
Well, that's where all the deals are made.
Yep.
During winter meetings.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, who we got on the Trevor Bauer?
Okay, first of all, before all else, please resign DJ LeMahieu. This team is not the same without him.
Right.
Team isn't the same, man.
Right. Real Muto.
Okay, JT Realmuto is going to the Mets.
Probably. Yeah, for sure. So is there anybody else that you're looking at? George Springer, 8-31, Semyon.
Well, I mean,
Ozuna, LeMahieu.
I mean, if you want to opt to get another infielder, possibly on a cheap option or not so cheap, I mean, maybe Marcus Semien.
Yeah.
Marcus Semien might be of value. Marcelo Ozuna, but the Yankees outfield is already
pretty stacked.
Already thick enough.
Yeah. So yeah, LeMahieu, you got that. That's a no. That's really a no-brainer. But
Oh yeah. I do want the Yankees to go after Liam Hendricks. If it's any exterior free agent, I want them to go after
Liam Hendricks.
Liam Hendricks. Yes.
That could work out. That should work out.
Yes.
I wonder what he's looking for.
Well, we know that the A's aren't getting him back. The A's don't retain players.
No. Well, they all money ball, man. Like Trennan, Alex Colomé, Shane Green, Tanaka. We talked about that last week.
Yes. Mike Minor, Robbie Ray.
Yeah, Odorizzi, Mike Quintana, and Andrelton Simmons.
Andrelton Simmons, if you're going by the analytics, is one of the best shortstops of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz, the old man who's still mashing. So,
Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson is on the block.
Wait, Michael Brantley. Michael Brantley is the guy I want the Yankees to give some due diligence.
Age 33. Houston.
He serves a good contrast to the power heavy righties of the lineup, and I think Brantley being a lefty contact bat could be
good addition.
Yes, I would really like
get on base, drive some runs in.
Yes,
and, Justin Turner and Tommy LaStella. And this article, courtesy of MLB.com, mentions Cespedes and Yasiel Puig are still out there. Which, good luck to whoever picks them up, man. If you like headaches,
I'm shocked that Yasiel Puig hasn't joined the team. I mean, granted, the guy's a head case, but
yeah, they both are. Well, yeah. Again, good luck to whoever wants to deal with that.
Yeah. Oh, I want to talk about something in football.
Oh yeah.
An acquisition of a head case player.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. How did we almost forget this? Holy crap. AB.
Antonio Brown to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh man. Yes.
Oh my dude. How many weeks do you give it? How many weeks do you?
I don't know. Is he gonna start? Is he starting the Monday night game?
No.
He won't. Okay.
No, thank God he isn't.
I mean that'll depend on how he does, right? If he starts catching everything, if him and Brady
dude,
mesh.
the guy was good in New England for a game.
Yeah, and then you gotta give him more than 1 week, so I'll give him 2 then.
Okay, you give him 2 weeks
give him 2 weeks.
Okay, no, how long until it goes downhill?
Oh,
how long until he makes the locker room a disaster?
I'm gonna say 2 weeks
and gets cut.
I'm gonna say 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks until he gets cut.
Because the first week, his antics will come out, and they'll be like, "All right, well, we'll give it another week," and then the second week they're like, "We can't do this anymore." And that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There might be some magic there.
No.
Where
no.
it's Florida. They're a lot more tolerant.
Okay, we're talking about the best wide receiver core in football.
Sure.
You have Mike Evans as your number 2, Chris Godwin as your number 3, and Scotty Miller as your number 4.
Yes.
A lot of explosiveness in this offense.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that and talk about how much of a disaster.
If nothing, it'll be entertaining for a little bit.
Like, it'll be funny to laugh at the Buccaneers and say, "I told you so." We told you. We tried telling you.
Yeah.
We tried.
Right. But time and time again, this guy gets a chance. So.
Dude, and you know he's gonna get a chance after this, and then after that, and after that, after that, after that, after that, after that, after that. Yeah.
Welcome to the NFL, everybody. National Football League. The National Forgiveness League, I guess. So.
Yeah, Michael Vick got our chance. And,
he did.
And he got hailed by everyone.
Yeah, he did.
Which I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Well,
because
we don't need to.
Because we're almost out of time.
We don't need to go down that hole. So, yeah, you got anything else? All things considered, we don't really need a crystal ball. This is probably not a good move.
Yeah.
But they're giving this guy not a second chance, this is like what, a 4th chance?
Yeah, just. Anyways, from Ming Chen, the Shared Universe Podcast Studio. I'm Cameron Woolley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends.
Yes. Watch, rate, comment.
Follow my Twitter
Yes.
at Cam Woolley Show. You can see me tweet daily
Oh
on
man,
there.
talk about entertainment.
Yeah, dude,
That's entertainment right there.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And ring the notification bell.
Yes.
And stay classy, New Jersey.